Hey guys, welcome to another showing of our Fan Day Friday. It's a special segment we do during coronavirus, the pandemic, while we're all stuck at home and get in touch with people that know a little bit more about things that I'm not exactly clued up on. So something that we've been talking about, and we had a chat with Grant Mason from the Lamborghini Car Club recently in the week, was car rally, supercar rally. So to me, a rally's always been a bunch of oaks playing around in the dirt, but apparently not. There are a different variation of a rally, which is like a supercar rally. So to give us more information on that, I'm chatting to Mark Castle from the Daytona Group, the Daytona Supercar Rally, which will be happening on the 10th and 15th of September, hopefully this year, should everything go ahead. Mark, how's it? How are you doing, bud?
Hey Carl, how's it going, man?
Fantastic. Thanks, bro. Fantastic. So you sent me a lot of information about this supercar rally that you're doing with Daytona, the Daytona Supercar Rally. You are planning to do it in September. As far as you know, it's definitely going ahead. But in essence, what is a supercar rally?
I mean, there's a lot of really nice cars in South Africa, a lot of supercars in South Africa, and I think over the last 5 years, the supercar industry has exploded with some big major brands expanding their dealerships. So there's a lot of guys with their cars, and obviously it's nice to spend a week, or what we provide is a week where the guys get to drive the cars the way they were designed to be driven. So we set up amazing track days, quarter miles, hill climbs, gymkhanas, and it's just basically a week where the guys can come. We don't do too much mileage, about 1,500 kilometers, but then every day we have one or two events, which are really, really cool. And they're all obviously motorsport related events. We have theme parties every single night. We stay in really nice hotels. We've got a lot of really cool partners who come along and make sure the guys are safe. We have like Helivac, which are our medical team who travel the entire rally with us. Pirelli are one of our partners. They make sure that we have enough tires and tire changing facilities for the guys along with Tire Mart. And obviously we have a huge amount of staff. We have logistics staff. We have guys who will make sure that your luggage moves from hotel to hotel and is in your room every evening. So we really go all out to make sure it's a fantastic opportunity and a fantastic event for the guys, obviously at quite a high level.
Yeah, I was actually, in some of the stuff that you sent me, you were saying 53 support staff for everybody that's going along. So it's basically a bunch, a group of like-minded individuals with their supercars that want to see what they can actually do and use them for the purpose of why they purchased them. But as an organization, as the organizer behind it, the amounts of work that must go into 53 people, support staff, travel, it must be a massive undertaking.
Look, it is a huge undertaking. We've obviously done it before. It's not our first supercar rally or event, so we've got quite used to it and quite good at it. But yeah, it's a huge thing. It's a rolling event. So I mean, the event starts at one place and ends almost 700 k's away somewhere else. So we have different hotels every night, generally, different restaurants, different parties. It's quite nice. It adds a bit of excitement. So you have like your traditional A to B rally. We drive on some of the most beautiful roads in South Africa. And South Africa's got really incredible roads. So that's your traditional part of the rally. Then obviously every day we try to keep the guys entertained through some form of motorsport event. So, in example, in PE, we'll be doing a track day at the Aldous Bunty Raceway. That night, we're closing down a 1.6 kilometer stretch of road at the Kuchu Industrial Development Zone for high-speed runs, which is amazing. And then as we move down to Cape Town, we have various other events. One of our highlights this year is going to be a 2.3 kilometer street circuit through the center of Mossel Bay, which is going to be really, really fantastic. So it's just creating these really fun events that guys can do, obviously in a safe environment, with authority, cooperation, obviously local law enforcement, municipalities, X, Y, and Z. So it's just this octane fueled party drive fun event, and guys will really, really, really get to use their cars, as I said before, the way they were designed to be driven.
Yeah, no, look, it looks like an absolutely amazing. I mean, you're starting in PE, driving through Mossel Bay, that street circuit, that sounds phenomenal. I mean, South Africa, that is something South Africa needs, is more street circuits, but a street circuit of Mossel Bay, then from there, moving down to Cape Town, beautiful scenic roads. What interests me the most, and hopefully my wife isn't watching, is the pit girls that are going along as well. That seems like something that interests me. But having Pirelli on board with tire changing, I'm sure the guys go through a few sets of tires throughout the weekend. Is that correct?
Look, yeah, you can generally make a set of tires last the weekend. Depends on the driver, obviously, and also the car. I mean, we have some really big cars coming. We have guys that come with up 2,000 horsepower cars, but they generally get trailered. They only get bought out for one or two of the events. So if you're careful, you can make a set of tires last the whole week. Obviously, some guys last 2 days. It just depends on the driver. And obviously, how much of a hooligan you are.
Okay, so I wouldn't make a set last. I don't think.
I won't say this to Nathan while we're talking.
Oh, just mentioning Gone Mason, I saw a picture of his livery when we were talking to him on the Daytona. It looks absolutely amazing. You've got that in the GTR. The Green Sky guys, a brilliant job. I mean, those cars look fantastic. We're going to try and get a photo. There they are there. That looks absolutely amazing. So proper job on the branding as well from Green Sky.
100%. They've done a fantastic job. I mean, we brand the cars for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons, obviously, for protection. There's a lot of stone rash and road rash that happens when you've got 50 cars on the roads. So we do for protection. Obviously, we do for identification as well, so we know which cars are where. And the craziest thing about this rally is every rally we've held, we pick up stragglers. So we've had guys who've hooked up and seen us somewhere, stopped work, got their supercars, and followed us for 3 or 4 days through the country in their own cars. So we have a lot of guys, we tend to have this tail behind us. So we need to identify which cars are ours, which cars are allowed into the tracks, and which cars are obviously not allowed into the tracks. And then obviously they look badass. They look like proper race cars. And when you've got 50 cars branded like that, driving all over the country, it creates such a massive scene.
No, it really is. It's spectacular to think of. I mean, there's something like 50 supercars going all in a train all the way through beautiful wine country and scenic routes. You say this isn't the first rally. I mean, this is the first Daytona Supercar rally I've heard of, but you've done other rallies before that? I mean,
look, I have done other rallies before this. Daytona have always been very involved. Our first rally that we did, 8 or 9 years ago, Justin Tavares was the first person I spoke to about it. And from day one, he was in. So there's always been a really good relationship between the rallies I've done and Daytona Group. Obviously, they've revived the Daytona rally now, or they revived the rally, and they're now obviously heavily involved, hence the name, the Daytona Rally, and it kind of falls under the Daytona Group.
No, look, Nick from Daytona with the dealerships that they've got going there, again putting together a great event with you, and I'm sure. Well, I'm hoping that in September it is going to go ahead. How are you feeling about this possibility?
We're a little bit concerned. It just depends on what type of restrictions they're going to lift and what are they going to allow. If they allow 100 people together like they did just before lockdown, we will definitely be going ahead with it. If not, we'll have to try work around it, maybe split the groups in 2 or something. But we are intent on having it go ahead in September. Obviously, a lot of our guys that join us and supercar owners, entrepreneurs, so they've got to look out for their businesses first. So we'll monitor it in June and then again in July and make the call with our team and with Justin as to whether we have it in September or postpone it to possibly early next year. But it will definitely happen.
Last question, Mark. How do we, is the event full, or if someone is interested in getting involved in that, how can they get in touch with you and go from there?
Sure. Obviously, we limit it to 50 cars. So it's 50 cars, and we insist on a driver and a co-driver. I think we've got about 46 entries at the moment. So anyone can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, email myself at mark@daytonarally.co.za, and we're happy to take on you guys.
All right, fantastic, Mark. Thank you so much for giving me the information I need to know about supercar rallies, and I really hope, I'm crossing fingers for you, that it goes ahead in September, and maybe I'll be one of those stragglers that follows on. It'll be in a caddy bucky, but I'll try my best to keep up.
We'll be happy to have you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, bud. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks. Keep up. Ciao.
Right, guys, so that brings to a close our quick little conversation with Mark about the Daytona Supercar Rally. If you guys are interested in getting involved, we're going to try and I'll put up a few links on our Facebook page, and you can get in touch and go from there. But it looks like an absolutely amazing event, and crossing fingers that it happens. So until next week, Friday, when we do another fan day, we'll talk to someone regarding hopefully more along the motorsport vein is where I'm trying to go for next week, Friday. So more information will come as we go throughout next week, and I'll post it up as we go along. So tune in again next week, Friday, for Friday Fan Days. And as always, next week, Tuesday, will be another Talk Motoring Tuesday where we'll cover our normal motoring segments and a bit of motorsport news. But until then, guys, thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your week.